Okay guys, welcome to, it's this week's Friday Waffle. Now I know what you're thinking, hang on, did he not just tell us 2 weeks ago that he wasn't going to do a video for a while? It's partly true and partly not true. What I said was I was going to be taking a wee break. I never actually specified how long it was going to be. It was really going to be down to myself, how I felt about things. Saying that, I have managed to put out a couple of kind of normal videos which I've really enjoyed. Now I'm just quickly going to run over why I'm back, what changes are going to be. I did put out a video, I did a Sunday live stream on Sunday, oddly enough, just kind of explaining it, but if you haven't seen that video, I just wanted to very quickly fill in the gaps. So yeah, I took a wee break from YouTube. I had a couple of things going on, sort of on a personal side of things, nothing bad at all, but things that were going on which basically were leaving me really no time for YouTube, and it got to a point where, you know, I was rushing back from being at places to try and, you know, get in front of it or get behind get to my PC so I could start like the Sunday live stream at 6 o'clock, and it's been like that for a wee while, and I've just kind of let it go. And I said it just a few weeks ago, I kind of thought to myself, oh, you know what, I really need to kind of stop this. I need to start kind of focusing on, I'm not saying YouTube is not important, but I had to start focusing on other things. And I was also conscious a couple of times, you know, again, the Sunday live stream, because that's the one video that I put out at the same time every single week, give or take 5 or 10 minutes. I'm conscious that I wasn't really feeling it. I really wasn't in the kind of the zone. And when it's when the video is primarily just this, what you can see, then if I'm not feeling it, then I think that comes across to people who watch the videos. And so I just thought, nah, you know what, time for a little break. And I took a break. I mean, I stayed away for a couple of weeks. Like I said, I put out a couple of other videos which I've enjoyed, because the problem being with doing live streams and setting yourself days, a day of the week, a time of the week, you know, Sunday 6 o'clock, there is no flexibility there, there's really no wiggle room. So I've stopped kicking me, Archie, bloody dog sitting beside me. Yeah, there's really no wiggle room, there's no room for changing things. I mean, a couple of times I would put out a video saying, or put out a wee message saying, look, I'm going to be half an hour late, and at the end of the day, I realised that you guys, the people that watch my videos, it really doesn't matter a toss to them, you know, if I'm 5 minutes late, whatever, you know, it shouldn't be like that. So anyway, I took that little break, and one thing that kind of became apparent was how much I missed doing YouTube. And you know, sometimes, what is it they say, a break is as good as a rest, or a break is as good as a change, something like that. Correct me if I've got that wrong, but yeah, basically taking a little break from YouTube, it made me miss it. And so when I came back, when I returned on Sunday, I'm enjoying it again, and I did, you know, I really was missing it. And I actually had to kind of fight with myself to not put out a live stream last week, or a Friday Waffle, because I thought, well, I'm going to look like a bit of a twat if I say that I'm taking a break for YouTube and then I'm back, you know, 1 week later. So yeah, that's where I've been. Now, change wise, there's really not going to be any changes, but I want to kind of make people aware. Technically I could not say anything, but I do want to make people aware. I've always, I mean, I've monetized my channel about maybe 2 years ago, and the money that you make it's negligible. I mean, I'm talking, it's not even £5 a month that I was making on YouTube, which is, you know, a waste of time, quite frankly. You've got to wait forever to actually get anything out of it. Now, when I decided I was going to have this wee break, one of one of the guys who watch my channel, I'm not going to tell you who he is. I mean, you may know. It doesn't really make any difference. He made a comment about me walking away from YouTube, and I got in touch with him, and he is. I'll tell you, you would be a hard push to find a more positive person than this guy, and he basically told me that, you know what, instead of, you know, taking a break for YouTube, etc., and it becomes a bit of a chore, he says he reckons that, you know, I've got the makings of having a successful channel as regards making money. Now, I've always kind of shied away from that. I've always said about Patreon and that kind of thing, I don't want to do it because it's just a hobby. And you know what he said to me was, what is wrong? What is wrong with making a wee bit of money out of this? He says, you know, people don't have to give you anything. So if somebody decides to give you something, then that's their prerogative. What is wrong in that? What is wrong in that? You know, thousands and thousands of YouTubers make money out of you know, monetizing their channel, and he says you should not be ashamed with wanting to get something back. So it kind of got me thinking. I thought, well, you know what, I've been making videos now for 8 years, and I have, you know, I've never ever once asked for anything ever, and that will still exist even now. So anyway, to kind of cut to the chase, Patreon, I'm not overly comfortable about doing Patreon. I think it's a lot of hassle. The problem with Patreon is people have to sign up to give you money every month, and I don't really want to do that. I don't want to have that kind of pressure. I'm not overly comfortable about people doing that. So that there's two other ways that you can basically, people can give you money. One of them is called a super chat, and it's where when you do a live stream, you've got the comments, and there's a little button at the bottom that says super chat, and basically you put in what you would like to give that person, and then you get to make a comment, and it comes up and it's kind of highlighted. The idea behind super chat is for mega popular channels where they've got thousands and thousands of people commenting. Your comments, I mean, I've watched videos where the comments are just going, you type a comment and before you know it, it's off the screen. It's not really designed for people like myself, but the idea of the super chat is somebody can say, right, I'm going to give this person £2, and then their comment will appear in big kind of red letters or yellow letters, whatever it is, and with the intention that that person, the tuber, will then read the comment out. And what my mate said to me was, he says, look, the good thing about that is it's a one-off payment. People don't have to give you it. They give you it if they want. They're not tied to anything. He says he has never ever once asked anybody for anything, and he started doing super chat back in October. So, as I says, it got me thinking. I thought, you know, well, what is the harm in it? You know, I'll be perfectly blunt with you. If anybody thinks that I'm a dick for doing this, then that is up to them. And you know, I don't mind saying this. I think if somebody genuinely thought that I was being an arse because I'm going to start this, then they're really not the type of person that I would want to watch my channel. I mean, I think I'm very fortunate that I've got a great bunch of people who are very loyal to my channel. Every Sunday night, without fail, people are on watching it, commenting, you know, and that is wonderful. Now, what I've got to say is, I have to stress 1,000,000,000%, there is absolutely no expectation at all about anyone giving me anything. If you want to give me £2, if you want to give me 50 pence, whatever, great. I could not thank you anymore. I would be so grateful. Conversely, if you don't want to give me anything, then don't. There's absolutely no problems at all either way, and I really mean that. But somebody else, now one of the things about super chat is YouTube do take a proportion of the money. Now, when I found that out the other day there, I was quite angry. I was actually thinking, Google being greedy and YouTube being greedy. And my friend, the guy that I was telling you about, he messaged me today and he says, you know what? He says, think about what YouTube actually gives you. They give you a platform for having your own TV channel, because that's effectively what it is. They offer unlimited bandwidth. They offer the ability to do live streams. They offer the ability to download videos, to comment, to give you money through adverts. They do all that for completely free. They don't take anything off you at all. And he says, so yeah, this super chat, think about it like this. They're taking a proportion of the money, I think it's 20% or something. They're taking a proportion of that money. Now, you're getting all this. So basically, they're coming to you and saying, we're going to give you all this, free TV channel, free bandwidth, upload as many videos as you want, make them as long as you want, all that stuff. They're doing all that, and they're taking nothing off you. Then they're saying to you, by the way, we've introduced this super chat. If you want to use it, we'll take 20% off it. We'll give you 80% off it. So when I thought about it like that, I thought to myself, well, you know what? That's actually not a bad way to think about it. And I think it's pretty fair. I really, really do. I've completely, after reading the comments with my mate, it's completely turned my head around thinking, well, they're not being greedy. Alright, Google will do make lots of money, but they're not being greedy. They're offering this service. Where else can you go in? And if you hired a car, you've got to pay for it. If you want the pictures, you've got to pay for it. Virtually everything in life, you've got to pay for. So, the way I see it is, I'm getting a lot of fun. I've got a good hobby. I've made a lot of mates. It's great fun doing this, and it's completely free. It's absolutely free. So yeah, when you think about it like that, and certainly when I thought about it like that, I thought to myself, you know what? Yeah, they can have their 20%. But anyway, one of the guys, I started the super chat on Sunday, and a few people said to me, why don't you do a thing called Coffee? I think it's KOFI. Now what I will do, I'll stick a wee link down below to it. It's basically a website. You can click on it and you can buy me a coffee. Now I think the coffees is it £2 or something? I don't think, that's the only thing that annoyed me. I couldn't really see how to change it, but basically you can click on that link, buy me, I think it's like one credit's like £2 or is it £3, I can't remember exactly. You can decide that I'm going to buy Mainmeister a coffee. You click on it, I get all the money. So if you give me £3, I get the £3. So I've started that. So that's the only two ways. I've also increased slightly the advertising that appears on my videos. I did tick all the boxes. I mean, prior to me taking a break, I only had one box ticked, which I think put an advert at the very start of the video. And again, my mate said to me, why have you only got 1 out of 5 boxes ticked? And I says, well, I don't know. And he says, tick them all. So I ticked them all, and I was talking to Panther UK, and he said, I've got to say, mate, he says, I'm right behind you with the monetisation thing, getting a wee bit of cash for it. He says, but can I say this here and now? He says, can you please stop the adverts mid-video? I says, what do you mean? He says, you're getting an advert virtually every 4 minutes. So, and then also you're getting like, it's like any big pop-up bar that sits at the bottom of the video. So he says, look, they're a pain in the arse. Now, as soon as he told me that, I thought, right, nah, stuff it. So I've unticked that box, so you should not get, you'll get an advert at the start of the video, you'll get an advert at the end. You should not get any adverts mid-video, because that's just a pain in the chuff. I know how much I hate watching videos with stuff like that. And I mean, if I'm being honest, chances are there might be people that would start watching my videos and then think, no, I can't be bothered with this, can't be arsed with these adverts. So I've got these ticked. So like I says, I've got the super chat, I've got the coffee thing, and I've got the adverts coming in. I'm not going to do Patreon, certainly not at the moment anyway. What was I going to say? Yeah, you know, I've utterly, completely forgotten to say one reason, which is probably the main reason for me accepting money, accepting donations. I was sitting thinking, after I took time away for a couple of weeks, it got me thinking, hang on, this making YouTube right now for me actually costs me, I think it's £31 a month, and I'll tell you exactly why. When I do live streams, I use a thing called StreamYard. StreamYard. It costs me £17 a month. That's for like the premier membership. You can get the ultimate, which I don't know, does other thing. I think the ultimate membership, it'll be more expensive, that you can do 1080p. But I've just got the kind of standard one, the £17 a month one. That lets me do unlimited streams. Now, a couple of guys said to me, look, we're all for you, you know, getting donations on your channel, but to save yourself money, why don't you just use OBS and stream for that? Now, I used to use OBS for streaming, and it worked fairly well. When it's just me in front of the camera, or behind the camera, whatever you want to say, in front of the camera I should say, playing games, it's fine. The problem lies when I want to do a kind of collab video, when I want to have a video with somebody else in, you know, me and my son chums talk pish, one of the blind mates onlys, whatever. Using, you know, whether it's Skype or Facebook Messenger or OBS, it's a pain in the arse because I've got to edit it, and just getting it set up is a complete pain in the arse, it really is. And StreamYard just makes it so simple. You just basically invite somebody in, give them the link, and away you go. So even if I wasn't getting any money from anybody, I would still be keeping the premium one. It's £17 a month. And the second thing that I pay for, again, my choice, is what's it called? Can't even remember the name of it. It's a hosting place for my podcasts. I've been doing the Friday Waffles and podcasts for probably about maybe 3-4 months, and I can tell by looking at the audience viewings, it is quite popular. You know, they get downloaded maybe 20 times a month or 20 times a week, which is really good. Personally, I think the Friday Waffle makes a better podcast than a video, because it's just me talking. You don't need to look at me to, you know, enjoy the video. So I've got that. It's Spreaker. That's what it's called, Spreaker. That is, I think it's $13.99, something like that. So collectively, it's costing me £31 a month to run my YouTube channel. So if I can get anything at all to help towards the running costs, to cover my costs, that would be wonderful. That would be absolutely wonderful. I mean, if I did end up getting more, you know, more than the £30 a month, what I would do, I would absolutely put it towards my YouTube channel. As you know, my my quality of these waffles and that kind of stuff can vary hideously. You know, some of the quality of the waffles I put out, the camera work, it's really bad. Now there is a really good camera which apparently all the good YouTubers use. It's shit hot. It's quite a bit of money, and I certainly can't afford that. But if I were to accumulate any kind of extra money over the next kind of year or so, then that would be probably my first purchase. I would buy a decent camera, you know. So that's kind of where I'm going to go. Like I says, I'm not going to go asking for anything. I will not say at the beginning of a video if you want to like or whatever it is. I'm never going to do any of that bollocks. The only thing I will do, guys, is put a wee link to the coffee thing in the video description. So if you decide you want to chuck me 50 pence or whatever it is, you can do it in that. And obviously the live streams, I'm going to have the super chat thing. So listen, like I said, I hope and know that the people that have been watching the channel for a while, I know you guys understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and I know you don't think any ill of me. Like I said, at the end of the day, if somebody thought I was a dick with doing that, then personally they can just do one. You know what I mean? The thing is, you don't have to give anything. If you don't give anything, you're not missing out on anything at all. And there's absolutely, and I can't stress this enough, there is absolutely no pressure, or you don't have to feel you have to give me anything at all. And I mean that 100%. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that. I just wanted to get that out, just make you aware of what I've done, why I've done it, and the fact that I'm back again. So anyway, listen, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to crack on with, I think we've got some, I'll just need to try and find them. Actually, stop kicking me. Let me have a wee look. Now I did see, I think down the rabbit hole, he put a question against, it was one of my other videos from the other day. Let me just find it. Now I think it's maybe in this one, impromptu live stream. That was the one I did last Sunday. Let me just find it here. Hopefully, having these couple of weeks away, it's going to give you guys time to think of some questions. Right, let's have a wee look. Yeah, I was playing Defender 2000 in the last Sunday's stream on the Jaguar, and Claxon Cow saying here, yeah, Defender 2000 was won by Jeff Minter while he was working for Atari. I don't think he's overly proud of it, as I've seen him criticise the player's ship as being too big, like controlling a bus. Yeah, it's pretty shit, to be honest with you. It really is. It's probably not one of Jeff's, in fact, probably one of Jeff's worst games, I'd think. Yeah, just looking at a few comments. Now, one thing a couple of people have said, Mark, whatever, hey Al, 100% behind you monetising the channel, including Super Chat. Please don't go the route of other YouTubers where they start monetising, they start Super Chat, and then they have a top 10 of contributors in videos. I wouldn't do that. Absolutely wouldn't do it. The way it's set up is the comment just pops up where the other comments are. It might even be possible that you ask my question, I don't even see it. Like I says, you know, but excuse me, I've got hiccups. But I will absolutely, I'll not be doing that. That's kind of like making an us in them, and I would never ever go down that road ever. Just saying, really glad you're back, man. Thank you very, very much, Mark. Yeah, smashing. Right, I think that's all the. I didn't have many comments there now. Hang on a little second. Let me just check this video. Comments. Right, okay, now, I can't actually find, I know Kev down the rabbit hole did comment in the video, but I can't find it. Wait a wee minute, if I go like so, hang on. Right, here, right, he posted on my Arcade Perfect My Arse Gemini wine, which I done the other day there. Right, anyway, down the rabbit hole, I'm not entirely certain where to ask questions for the return of the Friday Waffle, so I'll post here. Welcome back, Alan. Glad to see the waffle returns. Thank you very much, Kev. Let me join the others in saying we're all happy to see you back in the saddle. That phrase makes me wonder, what are your favourite cowboy games? Favourite cowboy games? I mean, the obvious cowboy game is going to be Red Dead Redemption, which I did buy. I bought the first one and I bought the second one. And I played the second one for about half an hour. It is an amazing looking game. It's basically Grand Theft Auto, but with horses and cowboys and what have you. But I just like all these sandbox games. I just got bored and I turned it off. I mean, technically, from a technical point of view, it's astonishing. You walk in the snow and then you bugger off somewhere, you come back and you've still got your footprints and that kind of stuff in the snow. So technically it's wonderful, but that's not one of my favourite cowboy games. What other cowboy games have you got? You've got Kane on the C64, which was a budget game. It was alright. It was kind of like Duck Hunt. You got to shoot ducks, and then I think there's one bit where you're jumping over things on a horse, riding a horse with a train, I think it is. The one cowboy game which I did like, and I've not played it for such a long time, and it's High Noon by Ocean Software. I bought that game. It came in one of the big kind of plastic clamshells. Great game. Very simplistic, but yeah, I always remember when you get shot. In fact, not when you die. When you shoot anybody or when you get shot, the little undertaker comes out, drags the body away. That was always a really nice touch, and it had High Noon music as well, I think it was. So yeah, High Noon was a great game, a really good game. What else? There's Gunfight, which is West Bank. Yeah, Gunfight was the ultimate game in the Spectrum, which I think was a cowboy actually. Yeah, there was West Bank, which was Bank Panic basically for 8-bits. That wasn't a bad game. The other obvious one would be Boot Hill, which was one of the first ever video games I ever played, and it had a big kind of like a gun sort of controller, gun-shaped controller, but if I remember rightly, it was not only 2-player, and it was very simplistic, but then, you know, it was the very first video game, almost. So I can't think of any other cowboy games. If anyone can think of any other cowboy games, stick your comment down below. Secondly, did you watch any of the E3 coverage, and did anything catch your interest? Honestly, Kevin, no, I didn't watch it. Because I really, considering I'm a gamer, I really don't watch anything. I mean, I watch very few YouTube videos, and it's just not something I would watch. So I don't even know what is the big news. Is there a new console coming out, or I don't know, when is Nintendo going to bring out a Switch 2 or something? Let me know. And finally, have you done anything in virtual reality that you can also do in real life? And what did you find you prefer to do it in VR? And what did you find you prefer to do it in VR when comparing the two? I don't know. I mean, what have I played? I've played 10-pin bowling in VR. That's not bad. I've played a few pool games in VR, but I mean, VR, I'm a massive fan of VR, but I don't think there's anything that I would prefer to do in VR rather than real life. Well, alright, something like swim with sharks, or I don't know, climb Mount Everest. I'm talking about if I was capable of doing it in real life or VR, what would I prefer? I mean, like, I think there's, as much as I love VR, I don't think there's any games where I would say it is better in VR. I mean, some of the driving games, driving's great because obviously you can take part in races, you can race on the moon, you can race spaceships, whatever it is. There's things that you could not do in real life. I think I would always go for real life, Kev. The thing is, anything that I do in VR, it's usually something real, fantasy. Whether it's you're stuck in a kind of haunted house getting chased with an axe murderer. I sounded very Sean Connery there actually. Resident Evil or Wipeout or any of these kind of games. What do you call it? Beat Saber, stuff like that. I want to when I put a headset on, I want to immerse myself in a land or a world where I can't access it in real life. So, listen, Kev, thank you very much for the questions. Right, hang on, let me just find, is this the last waffle ever that I said I was going to do? Yeah, here we go. And I don't know how many questions there are, but let me just, I'm looking at the comments from the last waffle I did was on the 28th of May. So, Mad Commodore, question for next waffle. I've been thinking about your comments on piracy, and I think the difference now is only really technical and knowledgeable people can partake in piracy today. like those of the PS1, PS2 era. It is possible to play copied games on a PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, but with each generation it seems fewer and fewer people have the ability to play pirate games, and the restrictions grow. PS4 games need a certain limit. Maybe PS5 will be the one to kill it off. Yeah, I think I maybe mentioned that, Mad Commodore. You're absolutely right. I think as technology has increased, the size of games has increased, you know, so instead of downloading a game on a tape, if you're going to download a game for the PlayStation 4, you'd be looking at like 60 gig size. That's just not really practical. Then you need to have some kind of way of actually putting it on. So I do totally agree with you. I think that, you know, the further into like technology we get, it's going to become even harder and harder. I mean, I suppose maybe 10, 20 years down the line, where you're going to get SD cards that are like 100 gig, broadband internet speeds are probably going to be something ridiculous, like 10 times the speed we can get now. So I dare say piracy may well catch up with technology, but I think that, coupled with the fact that games they're so cheap now, they really are. I mean, you don't have to, if you want to buy a brand new game, you can go and buy FIFA for whatever it is, but you don't have to. You can download games for not very much money, you know, which is absolutely fantastic. Andy, good for you, mate. Everyone deserves a break. Just come back when you're good. Man, that impression was spot on. Yeah, what was it again? It was a Dad's Army impression. I'm not going to do it again because I'll probably not do it as well. Mad moments go, take a break, you deserve it. That Dad's Army impression was brilliant. Country Roadus was saying he missed the live stream tonight. That was the first Sunday after I kind of had a little break. Stephen Elliott was saying, oh, we'll miss the Sunday live stream especially. Take a break, have a think on your content for the future and come back fresh. Vinny the Macum, question for the next waffle. Glad to be back? Yes, absolutely. Nice one. Christian WN, I can definitely understand your decision. Doing YouTube videos and live streams should be fun, and it should not feel like something you have to do because people expect it. I'm just happy that you've given me so many great moments over the years, and I'm looking forward to many more to come when you're ready. Thank you very much, Christian. That is really, really nice. Stevie Paperboy, love your waffles and your advice, Alan. Please don't walk away. I watch your videos every week. Cheers, Stevie. That's really nice, mate. Neil Purdy, thanks for your videos. Hope there are more. Cheers. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Neil. Country Roadist again. See, it isn't so, Alan. I've been a huge fan of yours. See, I don't like the word fan. You've not been a fan. You maybe enjoy the videos, but you're not a fan. I don't have fans. I just have people that enjoy me talking shite. See, it isn't so, Alan. I've been a huge fan of yours for many years now. Maybe you should take out the strict schedule and just do streams when it's convenient and feels right, if that makes sense. Thanks for all the videos though, dude. You have kept it real since day one. Oh, cheers, thank you very much, mate. I really, you know, I feel a bit teary reading all these. That's absolutely awesome. Bangkok Ian, take a well-deserved break, mate. Thank you, Ian. Yoldi Gamer Steve, I wish you all the best, mate. I will be honest and say I will really miss the waffle and the Sunday stream. I always look forward to them so much, but I totally understand why you're doing this. I just hope if you return, and I'll still be around to enjoy them again. In the meantime, I will just re-watch your old videos. Take care, mate. We'll miss you. Hope to see you again sometime. Thank you, Steve. Absolutely awesome. Adam, Amiga Old School, I've been like this for a year now with my son getting older and spending more family time. My Amiga has been dead, got a new floppy drive and will be slowly restoring it back. Always like your videos, Alan, but lack the comment inside. I know you'll be back, it happens to us all, we are human. Take care. Yeah, thank you very much, Adam. Vintage news, it's happened to me a few times. When it stops being fun, I just stop for a while. Take a break, mate, come back when you're ready. Twanky Stevenson, we'll miss the content, but if it stops being fun then don't do it, enjoy the time off. Panther UK, Wings is a great cinemaware game. Yeah, we're talking about cinemaware games. Great waffling for now. Final finale, mate. And I think, yeah, Dave Bentley is saying here, that's an interesting comment actually. Hey Alan, I've noticed for some time now that you don't seem to have the same excitement about gaming that you usually have, so a break is probably a good idea, otherwise you'll end up resenting it. Maybe there's a chance you'll decide you've done with it forever, but time will tell. Enjoy your break, and if you return we will be here again, and if not, best luck to you, and thank you so much for giving us so much entertainment over the years. Thanks David. Yeah, I mean, I think again it's not that I was losing interest in gaming. I think because I'd just started a new job, coupled with things that I had to kind of do, you know, on a sort of personal front, I didn't have much time left over, and I was just tired, and so that was probably affecting why I wanted to kind of give it a wee miss for a wee bit. I'm really enjoying my job. I've kind of settled into the job pretty well now, so I'm now kind of more comfortable about kind of not going to bed at 10 o'clock at night and that kind of thing. So no, it's all good. Charlie Farr, cheers for all the vids and waffles, Alan. I don't always comment or join the Discord. I do appreciate all the effort that goes into YouTube. You've built up a terrific community, which you should be proud of. When you get itched to stream or waffle again, you can bet we'll be there. 8 years is a long time to maintain weekly content, and you deserve all the time off you need. Take care and enjoy the important things to you. Cheers, Dave. Mark, whatever, we'll miss the regular streams, Al. With things opening up, it's more important that we spend our time doing the things we couldn't do for the past year and a bit, at least until we get bored. Thanks for all the videos, especially in the past year. Honestly, it was a highlight of my Saturday morning during lockdown. Awesome. Take care of yourself, mate, and enjoy the break. You deserve it. Yeah, listen, thank you very much, Mark. That is so kind. Highlander, everyone needs some time off. It must be difficult to have a job and produce YouTube content on the side. I, for one, certainly couldn't do it. Working 5 days a week is bad enough. Have a good one. We'll still be here when you return. Thank you very, very much, mate. And this thing's buffering. Hang on a little second. Let the thing catch up. Buffer. ZX and you enjoy your sabbaticals, sir. Thank you. Milty Swinbuckle, hello again, Mainmeister. This is a new one. I was thinking lately about why us grizzly old sods, me being one of them, hate cutie games like Rainbow Islands. I came to the conclusion that games need to catch the imagination. The only problem with this is that I do like certain games of this ilk. Bubble Bobble springs to mind. Actually, I can't think of any other. Is it that some games just went too far with the sweet sickly look? Or are we all just nostalgic twats who like to moan? Perhaps you have another take on it. I was talking to Panther UK about why we both... Now Panther has put out another video. It's arcade ports on the Commodore 64. I will try and remember to put a link to the video down below. Go and check it out. Panther has got... I'll tell you, he's been making videos for about 6 months, and he claims that myself and Lacoza inspired him to create a YouTube channel, and I've got to say, he's got a really, really natural, fluent way of talking. And it sounds bizarre, but if I've inspired him, then he has kind of inspired me in return. Just watching it, his videos are great. Anyway, he was featuring Rainbow Islands, and I'm not going to spoil it, but you can watch it. Link down below. And we were both talking about. Well, what I said to him was, now, is it a coincidence that I detest Rainbow Islands, he detests it, and Lacoza detests it? Now, you might be thinking, yeah, it's just because you three guys made videos together that you think like that. Well, that's not the case. I've always disliked the game. And then when again he started making videos with Lacoza, I realised that he was in the same boat. And I was watching Panther's game, and you know what? I don't think it's so much the sickly cute graphics. It's, just the gameplay. Now I know some people are probably going to say, oh, the gameplay is brilliant. If the little guy shot lasers or bullets or something like that, it's more kind of logical, and it would make sense to my kind of my stupid brain. But because you can shoot things, you can jump up, and that's why I don't mind Bubble Bobble. Another game which is uber cute, and I actually quite like it, is a New Zealand Story, because it's simple. You pick things up, yeah, you fly about, but you shoot things. Rainbow Islands, you've got to kind of kill them with firing these rainbows, and instead of going like that, they go up and over, and then when you try and walk, you end up going up over the rainbow, and then you're falling down, and I just find it mega frustrating. So yeah, I don't think the reason I dislike it is anything to do with the graphics. Yeah, they do annoy me because I don't like the game. They annoy me. These big massive-eyed little kind of kids. No, I think it's just the frustrating kind of game mechanics that I don't like. Because, like yourself, Milfy, I do like Bubble Bobble. I don't play it a lot, but I used to play it a lot back in the day when we had the Atari ST. So no, I think it's more the game mechanics. But anyway, right, is that another question for the next waffle? I think it is. Alright, he's saying, ha, only joking. No question obviously this week. Completely agree with you and what everyone else is saying here in the comments. Once a hobby starts becoming a chore, then it's no longer a hobby and more of a job. Snuffling out the original spark that set you on this path. Anyway, cheers for all the waffling and take care, mate. Mad Commodore again, let's have a wee look. I had Defender of the Crown and Atari ST first too, and it had better graphics, almost as good graphics, and even the music wasn't bad, so I know what you mean. Yeah, I was talking about I always thought the Amiga one was the best, but the Atari ST one is definitely the best version. Good luck with the real life stuff, that always comes first. Thank you very much, mate. Del Boy, I know the CinemaWare story very well, and I've spoken to Alan at length in the stream. Amiga Defender was rushed out. Amiga Defender the Crown, by the way, was rushed as the main programmer and designer was going to go bankrupt if 3 games were not released by a certain date. It was from memory that Defender of the Crown, Sinbad and the Throne of the Falcon in SDI. The latter game is so bad that it went back to the drawing board. Defender of the Crown, which was advanced at the time, had its developed moved to SDI, and then its resources moved back on track. All 3 games came out in time, but the impact on Defender of the Crown was already done and was rushed out. It's why they tried to connect this with CD versions later, but by then, but by then the game was older and was overlooked, or people had lost interest. Yeah, thanks for the background, Dale. Let's have a look and just see if there's any other little comments. Don't think so. Let's have a last wee squint. Yeah, and finally, Scott Breon is saying, belated response, but enjoy your break, you deserve it. So, anyway, right, listen, that is it. 43 minutes, that's not too bad. Yeah, I hope you're glad to see me back. I'm glad to be back, I really am. I will, what I'm planning to do, I'm not going to say definitely, but I am still planning to do a Sunday night live stream. I might do it on a Friday night live, I might do it on a Friday night, just depends. In fact, what I might do, but again, I'm just going to leave it, you know, if it happens, it happens. Maybe every second week, I might do a live stream on a Friday night, and then the week after I might do it on the Sunday. So it might be a Friday, Sunday. But like I says, if I can give you notice, I'll stick it in YouTube. You can do a wee comment thing on YouTube. I'll put it in Discord, and I will also put it into Facebook. Yeah, so anyway, listen guys, I'm going to go and watch the football. I hope you all have a really nice weekend, and yeah, I hope to see you on Sunday. Until next time guys, take care and thanks for watching.